Hey Sagittarius, welcome to Aria Moon Tarot, and thank you so much for being here. This is your love reading for now through the end of August 2025 for anyone with Sun, Moon, or Rising in Sagittarius. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, check your other placements. All right, let's get started. Wow. Yeah, we have someone here who's delighted. So there's some sort of communication. So someone's finding out, someone's releasing a situation or somebody. So there's delight, it's listening, communication, some kind of miracle. There's, oh my goodness. Someone feels like something, it's a miracle. Someone is letting something go, or a situation. It has to do with, this is some hills, and you can see there's pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So there's gold here in these hills. It's a miracle. Someone's finding something out. There's communication with the bird, but it's also listening. And then we have flexibility. It has to do with being flexible, because you can see we have this tiger getting ready to go down this path. You see there's light down there. So it has to do with someone thinking of going down this path, but it has to do with being flexible. Schedules, routines, and it's kind of like the Three of Pentacles. Okay? So things that two people may have in common here, yeah. So I'd look at that right in the heart of the reading. Beautiful. Yeah, I like this because this has to do with inner peace. Somebody making peace with their past, leaving it go. But it has to do with two people coming together, the things two people have in common. So it's about being flexible, going down this path. It's about doing things together. So there's something really positive. Yeah, it has to do with someone being open and the need to take a risk on love. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let me just move these up. I did not expect that. So someone needs to, we better take one more card. Someone needs to take a risk to go down this path, to connect with someone. It's like a soulmate connection, two people, but it's about being open emotionally. So it has to do with things clear. Look at that. There's clarity here. It has to do with being open emotionally as well. Someone's looking to see if someone's open because they see something here. But it has to do with someone who's let go. See, and now it's time to take a risk. Someone here is thinking of taking that leap of faith. But you can see we have this, that's the golden eagle. And there's the hills lighting up. See the clarity? Someone's doing a little due diligence here. But it has to do with love, something blossoming. Someone's feeling the love here. Someone getting ready for something new. Let's see. Yeah, I see some sort of truth. So the truth is blowing in the wind. So someone here is looking for truth, doing their due diligence. Yeah, wow. And I see potential. So there's potential here. But someone is seeing both sides, doing their due diligence, because there could be a potential for a disaster. But to me, it looks like there's some sort of truth about love. Someone's seeing the truth, or they're looking for truth. It has to do with whether someone I feel is open. Because there's clarity. The skies are clear here. Things have cleared up. So it's a person who sees potential, but it comes with risks. It could end up in a disaster. Let's have a look at this release. That's somebody releasing here. Yeah, somebody has let go of something here. Yeah, it's a person who's ended a situation, something that wasn't meant to be. But now this is someone seeing destiny, something that's meant to be. Look at that. We have someone who's feeling hopeful. Someone's feeling hope here. Wow. So what's this miracle about? What are the miracles? The gold. This is about, oh my goodness. Yeah, it has to do with truth. Someone here is finding out some truth, seeing truth. There's hope. So this is someone who's obviously ended a cycle, something that wasn't meant to be, moving towards something that could potentially be destiny. And somebody is feeling the time is right. They're feeling very hopeful. Very nice. So it's a person who's spending time alone, going within, solitude. Somebody here on that. It's about someone's path, but it has to do with someone learning something because we have the book. Someone's finding out someone's single. But I see two single people. Oh my goodness. And there we have love begins. Yeah, look at that. This is the cup between two people. I feel we got two people who want this. It just feels meant to be. And it has to do with being open. See, someone available, single, solitude. Someone's learning something. See, they're learning a truth. Someone's finding out someone's single. But you can see there's a risk that comes with this. Yeah. Yeah, someone's doing the shadows, facing some kind of fear that it could be a disaster, like the potential. There's potential here, potential for love, but someone's seeing truth. It could be a disaster. It's probably someone who's doing shadow work, facing a fear. It's often a healing energy. Yeah, the shadow side. Someone's looking at both sides here. Let's have a look at the taking a risk. What is this risk? Yeah, see, as somebody here sees, look at the 7. See, it may not be successful, but it's someone who's determined to win. They're finding some truth out. It has to do with love. This is someone who wants love, someone who's ready for love here. But again, there's that inner work. But you can see things are clearing up. Someone's been doing a little inner work, spending time alone, learning things. Someone learning things about themselves. Look at that. Oh, I can't even believe it. Yeah, we got some love coming in here. And yep, so I see positive movement forward. Someone's finding out truth. Someone's single. They learned something, but it's also someone learning things about themselves, that their inner self, what it is they want, what makes them happy. They want a victory, but this is someone here, something to do with past that wasn't. So they're looking at the potential. It could be a disaster. It's someone that has to do with it. Oh, there's always a risk in love. Always. You never know how it's going to turn out. But it has to do with two people, a spiritual union, destiny. See, it's this energy where somebody sees something that they dealt with in the past just wasn't meant to be. And in the situation that is, look, there's a lot of abundance here. It has to do with positive movement. Someone's feeling very positive. They're moving forward, but they've left something behind here. Let's have a look at the potential. Yeah, patience and planning. Someone's being patient. So the potential is there could be a disaster. Someone needs to be patient. They're figuring something out. Someone's trying to find something out here. What they're trying to figure out. It's almost like this is someone who knows there's a risk, but they also see both sides. You see, they're seeing both sides. It could be a disaster like something else they dealt with. But this is a person who's determined to win. So it's somebody who's going to push through that fear. Because someone finding out someone is single, but it's about also doing things by the book. It's also an energy of learning about someone. Learning to be patient, to learn about them. Again, a 7. Patience and planning. Someone's being patient. Someone's learning to be too. And I see someone planning, and there we have the 2 pillars, 2 people coming together. But it's 2 people, I feel, learning about each other, figuring each other out, how each other feels. So this is really good. Let's have a look at the destiny. Something that wasn't meant to be, moving towards something that is. It's a person who's trying to avoid a disaster because they've dealt with one. Yeah, see, it has to do with love. Going down this path, ready for love. Yeah, someone's ready to love again. So this is a person, like I say, I feel they've let go of something here. A situation that never served, doesn't serve, but it's also healing. This is also something to do with timing. Now, this could happen during the fall. Okay, whenever fall is, or any change of season, the release, when the leaves fall from the ground in a lot of places. So this is somebody who's definitely let go of something, and they are ready for love. They're feeling hope. A renewed sense of hope. Yeah, see, it's somebody who ended a situation. So it's a person who may have been, like I say, they've gone through something, but to me it looks like this energy of this truth within, learning to be patient, doing the shadow work, facing the fear. This is somebody who wants love. They really want love. They're longing for love, and they see this connection. This is 2 people connecting. See, both, I feel we got 2 people who want this. Unless you're unaware of anyone around you, but this has to do with truth. And there's the stars, someone navigating their feelings, the charting the course. So something has ended where somebody feels there was no hope with someone, and they're now ready to love again. But it's all that inner energy. Yeah, see, this is someone seeing the truth, and they see this, a miracle. There's some kind of miracle. So there's gold here in these hills, you see. Yeah, some kind of miracle that something is finally over, which means this is an energy of, and it could be internal too, where somebody's finally finished with a situation. It just wasn't meant to be, moving towards something that is. But it has to do with someone who may have started something before they were over something else. But it's the energy of the Two of Cups, two people talking, communicating, speaking truth. So someone's seeing something here that's meant to be. Yeah, so I do see a healing. See someone healing? It's a person who wasn't ready to move, pinned down by their thoughts, healing. But it's someone who's clearing things up, clearing things out. So someone's gone through a healing. Let's have a look at solitude. Someone's spending time alone, going within, doing shadow work, facing the fear. Yeah, you know, I'll tell you what this fear is that someone won't feel the same. They won't reciprocate. This is someone who's very generous. See, it's about being generous. But this has to do with someone finding out, wanting to reach out to somebody here who's single. Someone's found out someone's single and they're interested, or they are, like I say, ready to love again. But it has to do with destiny, something that feels meant to be. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, someone reaching out, being generous. See, building the foundation on friendship. So someone's seeing that truth because of the stars, everything they could ever want, a miracle. So someone's come out of a situation unscathed for the most part. But it's the truth within themselves too, facing that fear of you know, planting the seed, cooperation, compromise, going down this path, being flexible, schedules, time. Someone's going to reach out here. They're planning something, and it has to do with scheduling. They're going to reach out. They're very generous. It's an offer, an opportunity to build. So this is where it begins here. Now, this is someone definitely crushing, going within. See, this is someone really longing for love. Somebody who wants love here. And they are reminiscing about a past situation that wasn't meant to be. You see? So they're feeling this is something that's meant to be. It's destiny. It's destined. Because it's a longing. Now, it could be where you knew this person at some point. Maybe they were healing. Because it's a person who was sad at some point. See, pinned down by their thoughts, healing. But now this is someone who's cleared things up, cleared things out. They're ready for new. So there's going to be some truth here. Truth between two people speaking their truth, sharing their innermost selves. Wow. Tell me about this Six of Cups. This could be a gift, someone giving someone a gift, showing them they like them. So this is likely what's going to happen here. Yeah, you got an Emperor. This is someone who's done their inner work and their due diligence too. They've spent time alone in solitude. See, they've learned things, not just about the other person, but it's about being generous with their feelings and emotions. They want to build a foundation. This is generosity. It's stable, it's reliable, it's dependable. It looks like a gift. Looks like we have an Emperor about to give somebody a gift to show them they like them. This is often a person, Emperors aren't always the most emotional. And there's a little hermit energy, someone who spends a lot of time alone. But it has to do with this person reaching out. And with the stars here, they're hoping the other person reciprocates. They feel the same. But they also see it's possible that may not be the case. Okay, so they're just facing that fear. But they're pushing through it because they want love. And it does look like a gift. Someone showing someone they like them. Yeah. Let's have a look at this triumph. See, this is the energy of figuring things out. Two people trying to... It's about navigating, figuring each other out, how the other person feels. This is someone who wants to know how the other person feels the same. They feel like it's meant to be. So triumph. Yeah, see, this is someone who sees the potential that it may not be a victory. They might not get what they want. The other person may reject them, ignore them, and just not feel the same. But it's also an energy of someone kind of looking at this too, like, you know, they don't want to miss this opportunity because they don't want to miss this opportunity. They have this opportunity and they're going to take it. But they also see, like I say, it may not be a victory. They may not get what they want. Yeah. This is someone who often has kept their feelings to themselves. It's likely why they didn't get what they wanted, possibly in the past, inner work. Someone who kept all their feelings to themselves. But this is someone here, I really feel, this is two people here. It's an opportunity. Somebody here may have failed to recognize something about themselves, that they weren't sharing their feelings and emotions enough. It's being more generous. But I see, you know, with time and energy, cooperating, compromising, spending time with someone. So this is quite interesting. It's a person who's healed. They've mastered the elements of the Emperor. So someone's learned a lot of lessons here. See? They've learned a lot of lessons. They've learned something. But it's also someone finding out someone's single too. And it is possible they may not reciprocate. They may not feel the same because of the stars, the truth. This is someone just having to face the truth. Yeah, they could get rejected. They may not get what they want. But I do feel that someone kind of playing it safe. They're going to reach out to see if the other person reciprocates. If they do, they're offering something solid. They want love. They want to get something going. They want to start it. And they have to take the risk. So it's the masculine taking that risk. Let's have a look at the spiritual union. Yeah, see, asking someone out. See, taking lessons learned from the past. But this is about being patient. It's about getting acquainted, getting to know each other. A little playing it safe energy here. But this is good, though, because it's somebody who feels, you know, by time you may take a little time to get to know someone and then realize they're not your type, or they're boring, or they're not interested. So that's what they're looking at. This person's pretty wise. But it has to do with asking someone out. See, the union, they want to connect. But it's about getting acquainted, getting to know each other. It's about moving forward positive, thinking positive. So if someone here is about to ask you out, they are looking at the possibility here that it may not be a victory. But I feel what we already have is, for some of you, you're already trying to figure out how the other person feels. You see, that's what I feel. It's like they kind of want to know ahead, but obviously they're not going to know, right? They just have to, like I say, they have to face that, the facts of the figures, 7, triumph, right? That they may not have a victory, but they're doing it anyway. Yeah, see, movement forward, putting in the effort. They want to build. See, it's about putting in the effort. They want to build something. They're planning, preparing, but they do see the potential for a disaster, but they also see opportunity with that potential, that this could be a beautiful union. You don't know till you get acquainted, till you get to know each other, and if you find you're not right for each other, you just go your separate ways, right? Calmly and peacefully. But this is moving forward. This is someone applying lessons they've learned from the past to this situation. So it's about getting acquainted, getting to know each other. Yeah, they're manifesting. They have everything they need to manifest this. So it has to do with communicating. This is someone good. They know communication is really important, how two people communicate. It's about, talking, being on the same page. But it has to do with what two people bring to the table. See, we have two people here. See, it's what someone brings to the table. But this is someone who's ready to communicate. They have all the tools, all the information, everything they need to know. So they've learned something. They could be reaching out to other people too, because often there's mutual friends, deep friendships with that star energy, with that truth. But they're finding something. It's a crush for most of you, but it's about giving a gift. See, it's also about romance or something very romantic here. Being more romantic. They're planning something. Let's have a look at the planning. They have all the information, the tools. They have everything they need. They feel ready. There's a lot of abundance. See, it has to do with long term. They want to build. They want something long term, but they also see it may not be. You see? Because this is someone who's, I feel, dealt with that, but they really feel this is something that's destiny. It's just meant to be. Tell me about the patience and planning. They're planning. They're preparing. Yeah, see, some sort of gathering. So there is people. I kind of felt that at first. This is often that whenever I see the world, it's like the world and the stars here with truth. So it has to do with someone looking for truth, trying to find out if someone's single. They want to reach out. They're curious. They want to know if someone's interested. So you're obviously in that social circle, but they're planning. Somebody planning some kind of gathering, some kind of event or get together. But it's about getting acquainted. And it could be through, like I say, acquaintances. They could be an acquaintance. Or if you're in that social circle. But they're being patient and planning. Yeah, they're trusting their intuition. They're keeping it all to themselves, though. So this is someone here trying to find things out without telling people what they're doing. They could feel, I don't really see competition, but like I say, acquaintances, people, some sort of gathering, get together. There's some kind of good news. They're finding out some kind of good news. Someone's single. So they're going to reach out. It's a little bit of a test to see if the other person feels the same. But they are definitely prepared to be rejected. Yeah. Could be someone rejecting someone else too, where they felt it wasn't meant to be. Someone may have had a choice. They may have made some sort of choice here. But I do see it's a person here feeling like there's hope because they've ended something and they've taken the time to heal. But it's also about clarity, their thoughts, the way they're thinking. Because you can see being delighted. So there's some sort of delight, something they're hearing. I feel they're hearing that you're single. They may have overheard something in that social circle, but you can see clearing things up, clearing things out. A little bit of a break. It's a person who wasn't quite ready, I feel. Some of you may have someone who wasn't quite ready because they were healing. So, and I definitely feel they're reaching out here. Yeah, so it has to do with someone who's gone through change. So it's someone who's moved on from a situation. I see a lot of growth, abundance. This is someone just, and it's whenever I see water sign energy, emotional energy, it's just going with the flow. Just looking at this. Someone sees this potential. They're looking to see how it could play out. They're preparing. But it has to do with this person going through this internal change. They're now feeling like there's hope. So it does feel like some of you might know who this is. Saying to trust your inner knowing. Okay, you probably already know. But this is also someone who keeps something to themselves. They're not telling everyone. Okay? But it's almost like they're going about it in a way where they don't want to tell people what they're up to in case they get rejected. That's what I feel. They don't want to tell people, but yet they're trying to. It is a little sneaky because they're trying to, but not in a negative way. It's the way they're going about it. They're trying not to let people know. They want to know about you, but they don't want people to know that they're going to ask you out or take you out in case it's a disaster, you see. So I have to say there's probably a little pride and ego. But like I say, they're just keeping it all in here. Yeah. And like I say, they could have some people just keeping it a secret. They could be just keeping it within a social circle. But it looks more like they're keeping it to themselves. They're manifesting this. They're not going to say much, but they're saying something because they're finding out you're single. See, they're reaching out, and I feel like they're kind of waiting for some kind of information. But they want to get this going. They really want to get this going. I mean, you can see giving a gift, showing someone they like them. It's a crush. Yeah, see, it's about putting themselves out there, and that's what it is, putting themselves out there and then being rejected and everybody knowing. See, they have everything they need. This is also someone who's gone within. They know what makes them happy, what fulfills them emotionally. See, this is somebody who was with somebody, they weren't emotionally fulfilled, they weren't happy. So it almost looks like they may have released someone here. It's where it just wasn't meant to be. But here they come, Knight of Cups. What is this person up to? Yeah, oh yeah, it looks like a house, a home, travel. It could be somebody in another community close by. Okay. It could be someone new in a social circle, but the spiritual union, there's some kind of union, gathering. So this is someone who's seeing, very positive energy. It has to do with a house and a home, building the foundation. So it could be an invitation to someone's home. Someone's planning and preparing here too. Maybe getting their home ready. Yeah. But it's very lovely because it's something that feels like home. It's a house, something to do with a house and a home. Some sort of connection. Yeah. Oh yeah. We have the start of something new. We have an Empress here. Could be someone trying to find out where you live. Oh, that's what it is. They're trying to go about something in a sneaky way to find out where you live. They want to give you a gift. Somebody wants to give you something, a gift, but they're facing the fear of, like I say, rejection, or like I say, if they get rejected, They don't want other people to know. But this is an energy of feeling like home. This is an Empress, someone with a lot of abundance. It's the start of something new. So it's just that birth of something new, ideas and things this person's coming up with. I feel they're trying to find out where you live. They want to send flowers or a gift. You know, they're trying something different. See, tempering their passions, being patient, trying something different. But it's an energy of someone who is planning and preparing. See, head and heart decision as well, that balance. So it has to do with temptation. I feel they're trying to find out where you live. They want to send you flowers or a gift or something. It's a crush, but they don't want to tell anyone. They're going about it in an interest. If they're trying something different, they are definitely up to something sneaky, but it's not bad. Okay? And you're also different than their usual type too. So this is someone who's not really sure what to expect because they're seeing an Empress. But we have an Emperor and an Emperor. This is two people. I feel like, say, just figuring each other out, just being calm, being patient. Yeah, it's a little bit of a test. Someone testing the water, see? It's a bit of a test to see. Yeah, see, finding the courage, see, that inner strength, taming the beast. This is someone taming that beast within themselves, trying to be patient. Oh, they don't want to be, though. But I do feel they're trying to find things out through people. If you're, first, I feel they know you're single. They found out you're single. Now it's the test to reach out to see if you reciprocate or reject them. I don't think they want people to know if they get rejected. That's what it's all about here. But there it is, see? That's the energy of the risk. They have to take a risk. They have to, it's a leap of faith. See, this is someone who's likely taken a risk before. You know, they've rushed into a situation without being planned, being ready. They didn't prepare themselves. So, like I say, there may have been a rejection. But to me, it looks like someone who's leaving something behind because it wasn't meant to be. They feel this is something that's meant to be. There's something that feels right, feels like home. So I feel like you'll know who this is. They're in your social circle or they're an acquaintance. Or acquaintances of acquaintances, you know, that kind of energy. So this is somebody ready to take that leap of faith. They don't want to look like a fool either. See, they're trying to tame that beast, and that's that inner work. It's a fear of rejection and not wanting people to know. But I feel they're feeling confident and pushing through that fear. So this is nice. But there's a risk for both people here. See, this is someone waiting. We have someone being patient, and Empress just waiting for a situation to come to fruition. So there's some kind of event or gathering coming up. So someone's planning something. What's being planned? It's a secret. Yeah, so someone here, yeah, this is somebody very fiery, passionate, bold. So it has to do with this person being bold, taking a leap of faith. This is someone who's generally bold, but they're not feeling so bold because you're different than their usual type. You're an Empress. Or you're an Emperor. But it is the masculine energy. Tell me about this King of Cups. What is this person up to? Yeah, whoops. There we go. They're taking a little pause. See, there's the pause. See, this is mature. They're putting the shoe on the other foot, how the other person feels. So they care about how you feel. So this is someone just kind of checking things out here. Could be online with the three of Cups, but there's some sort of gathering, people. See, it's something, keeping it a secret. But you can see this is someone who's looking at this. They see that they see the potential. They see this could be amazing, but they also see there's a potential for a disaster. You see? So they're taking lessons learned from the past. It's an energy of doing their due diligence. See, like I say, getting acquainted, getting to know each other. This is someone who's, like I say, they're feeling pretty confident at this point here. Yeah. So we have a feminine here who's waiting. I feel like it's them having to be patient to wait for the right opportunity. There's like this opportunity. Yeah, they're releasing things that no longer serves, but it's everything they could ever want. So this is someone navigating. It's just sort of charting the course, how they're going to go about it. They see the potential for a disaster, but they also see the potential for something beautiful, everything they could ever want. See, they feel like it's meant to be. This is someone who knows their type too, because they see there's something about this Empress that's their type. But they don't know everything. So I feel with the star, their hopes and dreams, but they're also letting go of things that no longer serve them. So there's definitely a healing, yeah. So it's lifestyle, habits, the way someone conducts themselves. But you can see this person, they are a faithful person. This is someone who's faithful, loyal. They're hearing good things. But I also see this person has an agreement with someone. They're planning something. There's an agreement to keep this between themselves. So there's somebody here helping this person, giving them information. So they know you're single. They've also gone within. You can see that. But it has to do with this crush, giving a gift. See, it's about putting themselves out there and then getting rejected. But they know what makes them happy. They know what fulfills them emotionally. They want to do something to make you happy. So there's some kind of gathering. See, there's going to be an invitation to start it. Now, I don't know if it's somebody else going to invite you to something, because there's going to be some sort of get-together here. And it could be just online too, where they're just waiting for the right time to reach out. But there's some sort of an agreement between some people here to keep this to themselves, because they're planning something. They're planning and preparing, and it looks positive. Yeah, it's a whole new cycle, windfall of abundance. This is someone who sees you in a very favorable light. But it's timing, planning, patience, and timing. So it has to do with this going down this path, the things you have in common. See, there's mutual people here. Someone that you know, and they're making, this person, they have an agreement. This is two people who have an agreement. So they're planning. So, I mean, it could be a feminine energy, a masculine energy, whatever it is, but it's lifestyle habits, the way someone conducts themselves. They see you in a favorable light. Or people are talking and they see you in a favorable light. They like this. They like it, yeah. Someone who's single, the way they take care of themselves, good morals, values. I feel like you're going to be on the same page. Like that's what they're looking at. That's why they see the potential. So crazy, yeah. See, it's about approaching and taking things to the level. But see the path this person was on? See, they're on a different path. This is someone who's moved on from someone and they're ready for change. They're just kind of going with the flow. But you can see, putting the shoe on the other foot, they're looking at how you would feel, the way they approach you, okay, or how things go. So they're kind of thinking this through. Yeah, but it is about investing. See, it's all about timing and patience. Now, often when I see patience and timing, and then I see schedules, routines, and need to cooperate and compromise. But it's about that common energy, the skills, what you both bring to the table. So this is someone who they see you in a very favorable light. So I feel they've either keeping it to themselves and not telling anyone, or they have an agreement with someone to plan and prepare, hoping this pays off. There's a whole new cycle, but the timing is everything, the windfall of abundance. And I see some kind of gathering. I feel like there's some sort of event, and this could be a monthly thing, a yearly thing, if there's a holiday, or this is often sentimental. And then we got, history. So somebody wanting to learn about someone's history, their life. They want to know things, and it's about being patient, hoping this pays off. Yeah, like I say, I feel like it's not just the timing, schedules, routines, because they're planning something, and there's this person's taming the beast. They don't want to. They want to hurry up. They want to just go for it. But I feel this is someone who has learned from before to just kind of look at things, do their due diligence. But man, yeah, they want victory. They're seeing truth. They're having an aha moment. It's lifestyle, the way you conduct yourself. It's also themselves. But it's about being on the same page. Morals, values. There is a need for cooperation. See, they're thinking everything through before they even approach you, before they even do it, because they're thinking about past relationships. It's an energy of someone who feels like home, but there's something to do with the home. That's why I feel like they're trying to find out where you live. They want to give you a gift. They want to send you something. Now, I don't know if other people aren't telling this person. It's possible it could be that way, but they're looking for truth, and it's win or lose because of the bold. Win or lose. They got nothing to lose. You see? and they're looking at it. Bold and confident timing. Yeah, but they're really putting the what I like is they're mature. They look at how you might feel. See, they're looking at how the feminine will feel if they go about it this way. So it's trying something different. See, you're different than their usual type. There's things that they want to know. So big decision. This is a big decision for this person. But like I say, there's someone who wants to do this right. Look at that. Look at that. I'm going to tell you, there's likely going to be some chemistry here. Because we have the King and Queen of Wands. It's an energy of two people who are, it's a physical attraction. But we have someone here. See, a cycle's ended. Now we have someone. These are two people who generally know what they want and they go for it. So it's like you both know there's a risk. It could end in a disaster. Maybe you'll have an agreement to just keep it to yourselves and see how it goes and get acquainted, to get to know each other. So it could go that way. It's likely going to be a little different, but this is a person who, is already looking at the potential, looking into the future. Both of you see it could end in a disaster, but I feel there's a lot of potential. I mean, look at Emperor and Empress. See, it's taking out those energies of the Emperor and the Empress, that bold, fiery, passionate energy. So we have both people seeing this, see, looking at how this could all play out. See, two people looking at how it could play out. I feel like it could be the two of you going to keep it to yourselves till you get acquainted, to get to know each other a little better. Maybe before you let the people in the social circle know. Could go that way. Yeah. See, it's an energy of planning, preparing for the best. But it's also, this is also my card, preparing for the worst. So, like I say, you might decide to keep it to yourselves. Just hang out, get acquainted, spend time together, But it could be someone having an agreement with someone else, helping them plan, hoping it's successful. So, but they have nothing to lose. See, there's nothing to lose. They see it. If they don't, they may never get this opportunity again, because it almost looks like there's something coming up, like a monthly thing. Something could, like I say, when I see the Hierophant, it's often sentimental stuff, birthdays, gatherings. It could be somebody celebrating an anniversary, some opportunity where you'll all come together, where they have this chance. So they're being wise about this too. So yeah, I'm going to pull out one more card for this Six of Wands. So this could be long-term, could be successful, but it's preparing in case it's not. Okay, to not involve other people or to create a lot of drama, who knows. But there it is, balance, head and heart, two people in 11. This is two people who could be just right for each other. They feel this is something really amazing. See, they're looking at both sides too. They're looking at things from different angles, how it could all play out. It's like they want to, I feel they want to avoid something here, right? Like I say, the disaster if you don't get along or don't like each other. Yeah, but I'm liking the balance here because it's trying something. Look at the light. See? This is someone who sees you, and they see you in a very favorable light. I feel it's both of you seeing each other in a favorable light after getting acquainted, getting to know each other. It's about taking time. See, not rushing. So we have two people being mature. But look at the light. This potential. See the stars. And both of you feel this is something mutual. This could really go somewhere. This is beautiful. But it's about choosing. See, it's about choosing wisely. It's about doing the due diligence. This is what it's all about. And I tell people this all the time. Dating and courting, doing things a little more traditional, getting to know each other before you live together or move in together, or tell everybody. I feel like, maybe 6 months, spending time together, dating for 6 months, getting to know each other, and if everything goes well, then you tell everybody, hey, we're a couple. Yeah, but I feel it's this opportunity coming up, and this person needs to choose whether to take this opportunity or wait till another time. I mean, it could be somebody else's engagement. I mean, it could be an opportunity for giving gifts. It could be birthday parties, all kinds of things. But this is somebody who's wanting to, and I feel this is somebody trying to find these things out when your birthday is, when you know, opportunities to give gifts, because it's about taking them. So let's pull out this card. So this is someone choosing wisely. They're choosing to do this, but it's, again, figuring each other out, seeing if you actually have enough in common, if you're compatible. So it's all about the due diligence and the learning. Like I say, getting acquainted. Yeah, there's been gossip. People gossiping and talking. It doesn't mean it's negative. Neighbors, small talk. Yeah, see, destiny. This is someone who is seeing this is something meant to be. It's a chance. So some of you connected with this person, maybe even had a conversation at some point, but there's this time in between, because it's like maybe you come together at a specific time of year, birthday parties, you know, maybe your children, there's children that play together, you know, it could be anniversaries, anything, weddings, gatherings, generally happy moments. So I feel like this is definitely this destiny energy. This is how it is. Yeah. So I see origin, soul family. So this is somebody's friends who are like family, the soul family. They're all talking about it. And they're also, and it could be giving advice to each side. It's hard to say here with that, but it's about this soul family. Yeah, people who are like friends that are like family. Oh, this person, yeah, this person's mature. They are about family, or this is their family. So interesting. Somebody who's mature in age, possibly, or older. Okay, but they could be just mature, just emotionally mature. Somebody who's, you know, behaves like a grown-up. Not a child. Yeah, so there is a friendship and acquaintances. So there is acquaintances. See, it's about networking, talking, people talking about this. Wow. Yeah, I feel this is somebody who's definitely been trying to find out things about you. You've obviously come together with them at some point. If you haven't, this is how it's going to play out. And it's going to create change. This could change your whole world. Okay, this is someone around you in your world, in that social circle network. Could be like online, you know, social media where people are connected to people. But I feel like it's deeper than that. So I wish you guys the best here. This is somebody, like I say, it's probably going to be a friendship first. Just getting to know each other before you tell anyone. But I feel like it's other people planning and preparing, talking to bring two people together. Yeah, see, there it is, full steam ahead. Someone's determined, see truth, to have success. The Chariot. Look at that. They're charting the course, like they're planning. This is the path they want to go down. So really nice. Beautiful energy. Big decision for this person, I feel, whoever they are. And I do see possibly people with children, grandchildren, you know. But it does look like this person's facing that fear of rejection. But I feel more than that, because I'm not so sure they're worried about that. I feel like it's more like, if there are children involved too, but I do see this person doing inner work, pushing through that fear. Yes, absolutely, that you may not feel the same. But I feel a lot of it has to do with these other people. Yeah, the shadow side. See, looking at both sides, the good, the bad, the potential for a disaster. So yeah, just take it as it resonates. I wish you guys the best. Okay, this is very, very positive energy. So I do feel if you know who this is and you're waiting, this person's planning and preparing something here, getting ready. It's also giving you a heads up to get ready yourself, because they're going to come in and take action. And this is interesting because this is something growing closer. There's been some time in between events. That's why I feel something, a holiday or a gathering that happens at a specific time. Yeah. I mean, this could be someone you connect where they come and visit family at a certain time of the year. Maybe you've connected, 6 months or so's gone by. But yeah, beautiful. Take care, and we'll see you soon.